5 years or something? 34 years ago, man. Most of you weren't born. A lot of these kids weren't even thoughts, you know?
Hey, I was totally a thought back then.
Yeah.
So you take something 34 years old and you're able to not only breathe new life into it, but make it pertinent to today. How did all this start? I know you and I talked a few years back. You had kind of an idea of something you wanted to do. Is that where this all stemmed from?
I've always been, I mean, since the movie, it's interesting because, you know, Johnny Lawrence is told him his side of the story, but when I read the script, the original Karate Kid script, you know, the thing I did before Karate Kid was a bunch of milk commercials. I was like, you know, all-American kid. So I read the Karate Kid, it's like you're playing a, you know, black belt, motorcycle gang leader, tough guy, and I'm like, none of that connected with me. I didn't know karate, I didn't know how to ride a motorcycle. But the opening line of the Karate Kid was, for Johnny, was when he's on the motorcycle and then his buddy says, you're still the ace degenerate. And he says, no, man, I'm the ex-degenerate. I got 1 year to make it work, and that's what I'm going to do, make it work. So that was the line. I'm like, okay, so he's not a degenerate, he's trying to make it work. So he had a heart. But then, of course, Danielle LaRusso comes to town. Gets in the middle of it with his girlfriend. And then, you know, and Johnny was trained a certain way to react. So, you know, his response was just defensive. He didn't take the first swing. I always saw that. Like when I read the script, I'm like, oh, so he doesn't drive down the hill, you know, see this kid talking to this girl and beat him up. He goes down to have a conversation with her. And then he comes over and kind of butts in the middle of it. And then he charges him 3 times, and all Johnny does is trip him, right? I mean, he's not like that bad. And then the kid takes the first shot. I mean, what are you going to do, you know? And then, so the fact that Johnny was trained the way he was trained, you know, he kicks, you know, goes all out on it. But, you know, so I didn't see him as a villain in the sense of that. So, and then as it went on, yeah, you know, he came into the dojo and Johnny got enjoyment out of that, and he gave him his little smirk, and then sure, the motorcycle kick down the hill wasn't so kind. That was probably the worst thing that he did, that he took on himself. But then, like, months go by, right? This is Johnny's point of view, and then, you know, Daniel comes and soaks him with a water hose at the Halloween dance after months of summer to October, like, you know. So the way I read the script, I didn't see Johnny as a villain. I knew he was the antagonist, of course, and the style that he learned was the wrong style of martial arts, is fire strike, first strike hard, which he's now teaching to his kids, but he's trying to do it with a good heart. You know, and then at the very end, Kreese says, sweep the leg. And that was the other part in the script when I read their movie. I'm like, oh, so he doesn't want to sweep the leg, and so Kreese is really the bad guy, I get it, you know. And then at the very end, Daniel kicks him, and he loses. But in a way, he sets Johnny free because, you know, he comes over and hands him the trophy, and he realizes the sensei's been misleading him, and it's kind of like, that's what's so great about the film, is at the end, you know, everybody's kind of, you know, set free in a way. Miyagi saved Johnny by, you know, having a student kick Daniel in the face. That's how I always saw it. You know, of course, you know, watching the movie and the way it's charged, and it's Daniel's story, it's the Karate Kid's world, Johnny's the bad guy, and he had it coming to him. So, you know, but for years when I would watch that ending, I mean, I still felt it emotionally, the kick, you know, like, I only could see it through my eyes. Years later, 10, you know, 15 years later, I started watching it like, you know, the fans did, and I'm like, yeah, he's kind of a jerk, you know. Oh, yeah, I see that. But I mean, I really was dug into my point of view on it, and that's just what you do as an actor, to find a door into a character, so you can bring yourself to the character. And that's what I did. So then Cobra Kai came along, and then it really opened that door up. And it's a lot of fun to do it that way. See, now through Johnny's point of view, you know, well, those shades of gray. The Karate Kid, there's a good guy and a bad guy, but you know, it's in the Cobra Kai, there's more shades of gray. It's like you can look at it through any angle and be on somebody's team and see it. And it's more about humanity and it's placed in today. And that's why it's exciting to do it, and why we chose to do it now in this way. And I think why it's working, because it's not just a nostalgic trip, but it's actually a story set today with these characters that we all grew up with, including me, you know.
So as an actor,
short answer.